Hi everybody, it's Joy Packard. How you guys doing tonight? It is like 10:30 at night. It's kind of late, but it's the first time that I've actually been able to sit down today by the computer. And so I thought that I would share with you an experience that I had today to see if it can help you in some way. I hope things are going well for you. And so today I went to my son's football game. It was super fun. Number 13, he plays quarterback and wide receiver, and we had an awesome time watching him. It's been some time watching some of my kids play football, so it was super fun. And so I just, today they were losing like, was it 11-0, and it was in the fourth quarter, and they made a touchdown. They didn't go for 2 points. And so basically, the score was like 11-6, and they could have, chosen to either kick a field goal or go for 2 points. And they chose to kick, I'm sorry, not the field goal, the extra point. And then they chose to kick the extra point instead of go for 2, right? And so they, of course, made the extra point. And then, it was like 11-6. And like I say, it was the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left. And, it was amazing because, we thought the game would be over. It's high school football, JV, and they had like 3 minutes and 8 seconds left, right? And it was amazing because they stopped the other team, fourth down, and we got the ball back on their 30-yard line. So, it was 2 minutes and 17 seconds, and we had an opportunity to score and to win, And so anyway, it was amazing. They had they ran it in, and they threw the ball, and they almost made a touchdown. The guy caught it, slipped out of his hands. He was in the end zone. It didn't work. And then they tried again, and they ran it all the way to the 9-yard line. And it was first and goal, within 9 yards of getting this touchdown. And they fumbled the ball. I couldn't believe it. I was like screaming, oh, whatever. And so, they almost made the touchdown. They almost won the game. And like I say, I couldn't believe it because they were coming back, and it was 11-6. If we would have either we almost caught the ball in the end zone, right? And then, like I say, they got to the 9-yard line. It was like, it was just right there. They just had to run it in. It was 1st and 9, and they fumbled the ball. And I was coming home, and my friend was asking me about the game. How's your son doing? And I said, oh, well, when he was the wide receiver, they threw a pass to him, and he almost caught the ball. And then, we got to the 30-yard line, and we almost made it in, and we made it in, and we made it to the 9-yard line, and we almost won the game. And we fumbled. Hi, Mary. And I just went home thinking, we almost won the game. But you know what? I thought this is a great lesson for all of us to learn, right? Because when we are doing our goals and we don't quite make it sometimes, or whatever, we feel like, for example, let's just say that we're running a marathon, right? And it's at 26.2 miles to run a marathon. And then at 23 miles or 25.1 miles, we only have 1 more mile to go. If we stop, then we can never really say we ran a marathon. We have to say, I almost ran a marathon, right? And so I thought about that word, almost. And I thought about how that is in our life, and how, we live our life with our goals and with the things that we do. Almost doesn't get on the scoreboard. You're not able to make that touchdown. Almost doesn't get you to the marathon finish line if you stop at 25 miles. And so I just thought about, how important it is to follow through with everything that we're doing, right? And so it's almost like you know, everything that we do, if we just say, oh, do you remember that one game where we almost won, where we would have almost won if we would have just kicked a field goal, and made it in, and, we almost made it. And so I just thought, what an interesting concept, and applying in our life, and how to be a finisher, and how to follow through, so that we don't have to tell our stories by saying, I almost, right? And so, so it is with our life. So it is with everything that we do. Whenever, we ever think about, one of the things that I love to do during the day is to serve. And so we can say, you know what, I remember at, such and such time of the day, I almost went over to so-and-so's house and delivered a meal, or went to go say hi, but I didn't, but I almost did. And so, catch yourself by thinking, how many times have you said almost? It's an interesting thing, because today at my son's game, I just really found myself, saying that at his football game, how he almost did this and he almost did that. And like I say, when my friend said, almost doesn't win it in football. And I thought, that's so true. If you are 4th and 1 and you need a yard to make that first down, and you make it 4th and then half an inch, or half a, whatever it is, you didn't make the 4th and 1, then you didn't make it. It goes to the other team. And so, I don't know, I just thought about that and how interesting that concept was, because, we do that a lot in our life, where we are not quite finishers in some of the things that we do. And we need to follow through. We need to, do the things to finish it and to be a finisher, right? So that when we're telling our stories, we're not saying, hey, I almost ran that marathon. You can say, I ran the marathon, or I almost started this business, such and such, right? And we can all, we can say, we didn't almost, right? And so, not to say that, it discourages us that, we were doing something and then we just weren't trying, but to realize that almost doesn't always get us to where we need to be. So I just thought I would share that thought with you. It was an interesting thought today as I was watching my son's football game. It was so fun. It's been some time watching one of my boys play football, and I thought that was an interesting concept that I would share with all of you tonight at 10:30 p.m. in Central Time here in Texas. So anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing evening and had an awesome day. Guess what? There are only 36 more hours until my son comes home from his mission. I'm so excited. So anyway, those of you who have not downloaded our podcast, it's called Joy Reveals on iTunes. It's also in the Stitcher app on the Android phone, so feel free to download it, review, and we talk about a lot of these different concepts and such. So anyway, have an amazing night. I'm going to go to bed pretty soon here, and I just wanted to say a quick hello to you guys and hope you guys had an awesome day. Take care. Bye.